Jury deliberations in the Kyle Rittenhouse murder trial resumed this morning. Day 2 was all about the video evidence. The jury wanted to see more of it. Attorney Ken Rosenfeld joins us live from his office to talk about this and the new developments in the Alec Baldwin case. Ken, when we talk about the Rittenhouse case, the defense wanted a mistrial because they say they didn't get the full resolution video here. Is that a good excuse or not?
Not at all. It's the defense's job. First of all, the prosecution has to give you discovery, so they gave it to them. The fact that the defense wasn't able to figure out that this could become an important piece of evidence and that you want the highest resolution possible is on them, not on the prosecution. They did their job. They gave over the evidence. And the defense, frankly, that is it's pretty weak and lame excuse. I can understand why the jury's struggling in this case, and obviously through 2 days of deliberations.
Right.
You know, this case it's a complicated case. And
but do you think the video is a crucial piece of evidence here when we talk about that high resolution video, or any of the 45 minutes of video that the jury requested? Is this going to make or break it?
I do think so. I think that's what they're looking at. And I think that they want to take it step by step. Remember, what a jury can do is they can slow it down to real time.
Frame by frame.
And sort of like an instant replay for an umpire. They can go back and figure out whether Mr. Rittenhouse's story makes any sense. Because let's face it, this kid looks a few cards short of a full deck. So they're trying to figure out what's happening here. The story doesn't make any sense. A kid 17 years old walking around with an AR rifle, if I'm a juror, I'm uncomfortable.
Right. Okay. So let's move on to the Alec Baldwin story as well. So we've heard about lawsuits, and another one came up specifically against Alec Baldwin. One of the script writers for the movie Rust said that the script showed that Alec Baldwin was never supposed to fire the weapon. And if that is the case, and I don't think we've seen the script yet, this could be a deal breaker. I mean, this is huge.
It's going to be monster huge in this case. This case, we're going to start learning so much more about what really happened. And also, according to Gloria Allred, the attorney for this person,
right,
Alec Baldwin is playing Russian roulette with the gun prior to this happening, which, of course, has no place in anywhere.
Right.
So we're going to learn so much about what happened here, where mistakes are made, who's covering up, why they're covering up, because attorneys are going to get into the minutia. They're going to get a copy of the script. They're going to have depositions set. This is going to be a hundreds of millions of dollars lawsuit. And I guess at the end of the day, it'll settle because it has to.
Right, exactly.
But not before they start digging deep.
But when this story first came out, I think a lot of people were like, oh, this is terrible. This shouldn't have happened. They kind of felt for Alec Baldwin being in a tight spot here. But this specific case, saying the script never called for the shooting of the gun, that would change everything in as far as the public sentiment toward or against Alec Baldwin.
Absolutely. It's going to change the sympathy aspect of it. It's going to also change the common sense aspect of it. First of all, on a movie set, why would you have real bullets of any kind?
Yeah.
What is the point to that? And the second part of it is that Alec Baldwin's conduct and behavior is going to become extraordinarily relevant because he's the one that fired the deadly bullet.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, there's no way around it. He killed this woman. Now, whether it was accidental or whether it was, that's yet to be seen.
Yeah.
That's what these lawsuits are about. But
Ken,
at the end of the day, the fact that they had live bullets and that he was playing Russian roulette, according to this person, is going to matter. It's going to factor into his popularity.
Ken, thank you so much for your insights on that case and the Rittenhouse case, which continues to develop this morning. We'll check back with you next week for more information. There's a lot going on right now. Ken, thank you.
Thank you. Thanks.
7:48 right now. Let's get over to Adam in the Weather Center. Adam.